Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Atha and Sika, without the wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Atha and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Atha and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the wild Samoans, accompanied by
And here they come. Bubba Ray and Devon are ready for a fight.
That's just what they'll get from Atha and Sika. And then some. Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already. Two on two. Tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley Boys, taking on the wild Samoans.
So am I?
In the back of your mind, my brother can beat up your brother. My brother will put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those
hands like it.
Saxton, I never want to hear about the inner workings of your
PK
mind ever again.
I second that, but the Dudley Boys and the wild Samoans are two teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense.
Those are folding chairs, but they can also fold you in half. A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the wild Samoans. Like they're part of an untamed beast. I really wonder what would take the Dudley Boys to have control of them.
Shit like that. I'm not some bullshit.
They're not human.
You can
knock them down.
Yeah, you can ask me. Let me find out what each other
These are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
Hit this dumbass.
Wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled
Who the fuck is that?
working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters.
Caught in that spot. Atha and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
Big pop.
They train, it's how they will. Watch out! Look out below! Soaring through the sky and crashing onto their opponent.
That's using your head. Devon's being called into question by that offense.
Yeah, Atha just brought the fight to him.
Wow.
And he re-enters into
There
the
go this retarded ass shit again.
diving hammer strike.
Oh, headbutt.
What's your strength?
Come on!
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo. And we've seen
So
how they
bitch
use
ass
their
up.
heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable
Put the table down, I'm gonna fuck you up.
If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt.
Paralyzed zone.
In this position, there's absolutely no regard for your opponent's safety when you toss them to the outside like that. Nothing fancy there. And Bubba is a bit staggered after that attack.
Yeah, this is the hostility Sika wanted to bring.
Big back body drop. What elevation. Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their animalistic behavior. And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the table affords.
And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley boys at their own game. Here we go.
This fucking retarded ass nigga.
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild
This shit's
Samoans,
fucking
Alpha and Sika taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage. Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
Alpha and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train, it's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat.
Corey, I gotta know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild, Cole. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Sika want to do is rush head first into a table. After all, that's exactly how you lose.
Sent flying out of the ring here. He's making his way to ringside now.
Jumping headbutt finds the mark.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo. And we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt. Oh, man. Chucking the steps right into it. Ooh.
And just look at the damage to Devon's face.
This is too far.
And here we go, returning to the ring. Wear and tear of this match is clearly starting to get to him.
I think we're about to see a body go through a table real soon.
Somebody. Hey, nigga, damn.
A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans. Like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it will take for the Dudley boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer, a truck. They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back.
Sharp clothesline hits its mark. Looking for more damage here.
And the Dudley boys remain the kings of the tables match.
Bro, table match is the dumbest shit they could ever put in this faggot ass game. I'm not doing this faggot shit again. Fucking gay ass tag team.
From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa has taken every brutal, savage element of...
What the fuck is this? Jay Uso joining that nigga?
Now this is a surprise. Carmelo Hayes seemingly a new challenger for his...
Why the fuck it takes so long for these niggas to do every fucking thing?
I got next.
Thank goodness goodness. Melo had an opponent chosen by the NXT Universe.
Like shit fucking better.
Melo and Trick brutally attacked Lee backstage. Now we're being spared a Melo-bration and getting a real match.
I would have never expected Sikoa to show up. He just joined the Bloodline on SmackDown, and now he's in the main...
Now this is a surprise. Carmelo Hayes seemingly had no challenger for his North American title, but Solo Sikoa just showed up here and said, I got next.
Thank goodness, Melo had an opponent chosen by the NXT Universe as they voted for Wes Lee. But Melo and Trick brutally attacked Lee backstage. Now we're being spared a Melo-bration and getting a real match.
And I would have never expected Sikoa to show up. He just joined the Bloodline on SmackDown, and now he's in the main event of NXT. Can the Bloodline get even more gold tonight?
Did you see Melo's reaction when Sikoa's music hit? Hayes looked like he saw a ghost.
Solo's been saying he got next for the North American Championship, but that was a long time ago. Melo thought Sikoa was in his rearview.
And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right into the midsection. Melo taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-Champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Melo in trouble. Sikoa. Trick Williams making sure Melo got out of harm's way, well, at least momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict more punishment on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo standing strong.
Solo not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Solo has the mindset to destroy anyone in the way of him in the NXT North American Championship.
Springboard.
Springboard, but nobody home.
Wicked roundhouse kick. Let me point out that this is brutally unfair to the A-Champ. He prepared for Wes Lee or a night off. Now he's not getting either. This is ridiculous. The advantage is clearly in the hands of Solo Sikoa, who's had something up his sleeve all night.
Well, you think Melo is regretting the attack on Wes Lee earlier tonight?
Hayes regret. And now he's looking to lock in this submission. Impressive display of power.
And writhing in pain, trying to find an escape.
I think...
Nice escape. And gets sent right into the corner.
Boom! Solo with a timely counter. Right down. Momentum clearly on the side of Sikoa.
And the power of Sikoa proving too much for Hayes right now.
Turns that in his favor. What a main event this has been for the one-year anniversary of NXT 2.0.
And without this rebranding, Solo Sikoa may have...
Winding up. There's a Samoan spike. Ouch.
That might have just sealed the deal on us having a new champ.
Wicked clothesline.
Leg drop.
And gentlemen, we may be moments away from the Street Champ becoming the North American Champ. Big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes. Ripped out of the corner.
Looking to put him away, and now Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends. Ooh. First 48.
And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa drop by Sikoa. Cover now for the win. Hayes kicks it too.
And Williams once again on the apron.
Bro, somebody tell this nigga he's just so cool looking ass off the side of the fucking ring.
Might be fading away.
Super kick drops Williams.
Thought it was, nigga. Sorry about it.
Is that it for Carmelo Hayes? Trick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Here's your chance, Solo. The title could be yours.
fall away yet.
Oh, the physicality on display there. Unbelievable. Hayes is being cut down at every corner.
And it looks like Solo has all the answers for Carmelo at this point.
Oh, not what Hayes intended.
Ooh, nothing fancy with that move.
Carmelo turns that away.
Samoan drop. Sikoa showing no fear up there.
From the top, diving headbutt finds the mark.
And into the turnbuckle he goes.
You just feel like
This match may be about to reach its finish.
feel like we're about to see a car crash. Samoan drop.
Great flurry of offense from Solo.
Carmelo has to get... the energy to turn the tables.
Desperate need buys him some time.
He gets into the ring.
Super kick finds the mark. Fast thinking saved him there.
Lariat. He's looking to get a high risk from the top rope.
From the top.
Samoa's flat, but follows Sikoa.
Are we headed toward the title change?
Two.
What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
Here is your winner, and new NXT North American Champion, Solo Sikoa!
Solo is your new champion. And is the North American title now going to SmackDown? This has to be the most unpredictable era in WWE history.
You know Sikoa was given his marching orders from the head of the table. Don't leave NXT without the gold. Well, mission accomplished for the newest member of the Bloodline.
As Melo would say, if you call your shot, you better make it. Solo took the shot, hit the shot, and now he's the new North American champion.
I ain't doing this one. We can have all the fun we want with these video games and this showcase, and these fantasy matchups like Offensica versus Bubba Ray and Diva. I'm not doing shtick about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. That's a little too volatile. And it's way too personal for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came up together in the Shield. And Seth Rollins took it upon himself to disband the Shield by blindsiding Roman Reigns with a chair. At WrestleMania 31, Roman Reigns, in the main event of WrestleMania, was about to win the WWE title when Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and stole the main event, the match, and the title from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns lost the undisputed championship after almost 4 years, the greatest title reign of all time, to Cody Rhodes. Not because Cody Rhodes was the better man, but because Seth Rollins was right there. And the seduction, the bloodlust that Roman Reigns had for that moment of revenge was too much for Roman Reigns to give up. And for the first time in Roman Reigns' life, he took his eye off the ball.
Nigga say one thing talk about, but nigga talking about.
Smashed Seth Rollins with a chair, the same way Seth did a decade earlier to Roman. And that moment gave Cody Rhodes all he needed to end the most historic title reign in WWE history. I'm supposed to do shtick about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for a showcase? I mean, it's smart, because the next time Roman Reigns steps into the ring with Seth Rollins will be the last time Seth Rollins steps into a ring. Next time Roman Reigns gets his hands on Seth Rollins, you won't have your architect anymore. You won't have your visionary anymore. You won't have your revolutionary anymore. You will have your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but you'll never again have Seth freaking Rollins. Roman Reigns will put an end to Seth Rollins in WWE. And then the only way you'll ever be able to see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins will be in the WWE2K25 showcase. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins from the 2022 Royal Rumble. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight?
Well, the man who's walking down the aisle here in front of 44,000 plus is the greatest champion of all time, transcending the business. And tonight, it's personal. For 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated everyone. And luckily for Roman, he's had a special counsel and his cousins to help him keep cool, keep focused, and concentrate on the business at hand.
Now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside. And without those calming forces, Corey, cracks started to form last night in Roman's armor.
No telling how Roman's going to handle things on his own. It's been years since he competed on his own, but that's the situation we're seeing right now for the Tribal Chief. In recent weeks, Seth Rollins touched on the one thing that Roman Reigns has not been able to get over: the dissolution of the Shield at the hands of Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man, and what Seth Rollins did to his family was cowardly in the eyes of the head of the table, the Tribal Chief, the man who is blessed by the gods of sports entertainment.
Corey, on SmackDown last night, we saw one thing that we haven't seen out of Roman Reigns. We saw Roman Reigns lose his cool.
Look at this. Even more mind games from Rollins. As we heard that music pop right there, the Shield, you can't help but have a little nostalgia. You can't help but think back to the glory days of when the Shield would go to town, beating everybody down.
Until that man right there, Seth freaking Rollins, decided to tear it apart.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well. He knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion. He knew there was one thing that Reigns will never get over, and that is that Seth Rollins chose to end the Shield.
The infamous blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair many years ago, which broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Well, tonight, Rollins will use that to get in the head of the champ and win the Universal title.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking and his opponent
It's been interesting watching Reigns throughout these introductions, muttering to himself at times. Honestly, Rollins seems to be in Roman's head. The Royal Rumble.
Real quick, I finished pearling this bitch.
Premium live event kicks off the match between two. Former brothers. Roman Reigns in his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins, donned in the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet again.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the Tribal Chief. We haven't seen Roman with this type of look, this type of confusion in 500-plus days.
As was set up in the corner of the ring.
No escape from these punches.
Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win.
Seth Rollins just getting dismantled.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman.
Versatility from Rollins. Oh, with authority! Oh. And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just cause for firing the wise man, and now Paul's right back with his old client. Heyman has zero loyalty to the bloodline.
Okay, Corey, did you forget the fact that Roman attacked Heyman? Anyway, Reigns just needs to forget all of that tonight. Rollins already playing next-level mind games in this match. Reigns cannot let Paul Heyman's actions affect him.
Seth freaking Rollins has made it extremely personal with Roman Reigns years ago when he destroyed the Shield, and again in the lead-up to this match.
And if I'm Roman, I'm taking all of that aggression and ending this quickly. Go full force and incapacitate Rollins ASAP, because the longer Reigns fights with all his rage, the more potential he has to make a tactical error.
Hammered down with a reverse DDT. Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well, says he knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion.
Rollins knew there was one thing that Roman Reigns could never, ever get over, that it was Seth Rollins who chose to end the Shield.
That blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair so many years ago broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Who would have thought that moment would still loom so large and be the biggest key to victory for Seth freaking Rollins? Going up,
Fighting out, hammering away with punches to the face.
Each superstar trying to counter and gain an advantage.
Going up, going down, punches and counters out.
The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal Championship. Month after month, he's dominated every top contender on the SmackDown roster.
Roman Reigns has beaten big names over the last year and a half. But Braun Strowman, Rey Mysterio, the Demon Finn Balor, even John Cena. But Reigns has to be bothered by the fact that he has never been able to knock off Rollins in a premium live event match in his career. Never successfully defended a title against Rollins.
Indeed, two of the biggest PLE losses of Roman Reigns' career have been at the hands of Seth freaking Rollins. At Money in the Bank in 2016, Rollins defeated Reigns for the WWE title. And a year prior to that, Rollins committed the heist to this on the apron. Yanked right off the apron.
Oh, no. I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man. What Seth Rollins did to his family 8 years ago was cowardly. Now it's time for Rollins to pay.
Reigns establishing the upper hand.
The power and rage of the Tribal Chief is just overwhelming Rollins here.
And now he gets back into the ring.
Going right after the neck breaker. Poorly timed offense there. Oh, he slips out of harm's way.
I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the Bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music. I bet if Rollins gave Roman a fist bump, it would make the Tribal Chief go nuclear.
Rollins being put into the guillotine. This is the biggest danger Seth has faced.
The guillotine locked in. This is all.
That was an incredible counter. Caught with the boot.
Vicious, just disrespectful.
Rollins can't find any reprieve right now.
Right now, Seth is unable to evade Roman's offense. And a stop to the gut, too. Absolutely no respect from Roman Reigns. Oh, that's just insulting.
Reigns with a Superman punch.
Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can find...
Reigns is selling out like that. Here it comes.
Will the champ make that payoff?
Definitely an unorthodox strategy. He must have something else planned. Reigns hits it. This might be it. The champ might keep it here.
Going right into the pin attempt.
Why on earth would he give up the pin?
He's got bad intentions. And a stomp to the gut.
Reigns just imposing his will right now.
Yeah, double leg takedown. Gonna stack them up here. Shoulders pinned. I don't even think Roman's aware of it. And Reigns retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Champion!
I'm the last guy to knock a revolution. I've led a few of those, you know. I admire revolutionaries. I respect evolutionaries. They are the lifeblood of the bloodline. So when Solo Sikoa seized the moment and became the tribal chief in Roman Reigns' absence, I didn't like it. I don't even think I respected it. But something deep down in me admired it. That took some forward thinking. I'm the chief now! Now we all know what happened when the OG bloodline, led by Roman Reigns, faced the new rogue bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa, in the War Games. But there was a discussion here while planning the WWE 2K25 showcase that has me, your wise man, admittedly a little intrigued. What if War Games was limited to only OG bloodline, no honorary uses, versus Solo's rogue bloodline, no honorary uses? It's 4-on-4 Roman Reigns. The Usos, Sami Zayn, versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and the most dangerous new competitor WWE has ever seen, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. What happens then? This is your moment to determine who is the real bloodline. This is your moment to determine who is the only bloodline. This is where the bloodline's legacy and the bloodline's future is in your hands.
The following contest is the men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. Two teams will be contained in separate cages, with one member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The team with the advantage will be the first to have a member released into the match. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins. The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. And now, let the War Games begin!
The bloodline is in chaos. This wrestling dynasty is on the brink of collapse.
This conflict goes far beyond acknowledgement, Michael. This man and the original bloodline are fighting for their livelihood.
Introducing first, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jey Uso!
This man and the rest of the original bloodline is under attack. The new bloodline will do whatever it takes to wipe out the old guard.
But this man and the rest of his crew will not go down without a fight. This is a power struggle that could not be contained by a traditional...
Here we go. First two combatants locked in the War Game structure. The original bloodline versus the new bloodline in the match beyond.
The WWE Universe has wanted to see this war for some time, gentlemen. Roman and his old guard versus Solo and the new crew.
So many questions. Can Roman's teammates put their past animosity aside? Can the rest of Solo's gang handle a match against competitors with more War Games experience?
Well, Byron, I think we'll know the answer to all those questions in just a matter of minutes. Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question. And I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jey and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs.
A lot to prove from the new bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as of late.
They have won some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be as ready for War Games as Roman's crew. There's a lot more big match experience in general on Roman's side.
No, that may be true, but Solo's side has youth and a devil-may-care attitude that can work out tremendously inside War Games. I expect Solo's side to go all out here inside this sadistic structure.
And entering into an absolute war zone, giving the troops the boost they need.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just... said to me, yeah.
Great journalism there, Byron.
Thanks, Michael.
Looking for a...
Uh-oh. He's able to dodge out of the way.
Oh, he had that scattered.
Hooked up. And
DDT.
8 men in this war. But
Oh, look out.
And it's handled from the middle rope.
this is going to the absolute limits.
He has been battered and beaten, and there's only so much more he can take.
Jacob Fatu's able to dodge that.
Chicken wing, underhook.
Here comes the buzzer. The numbers advantage vanishes. finishes with this next entrant. Elbow drop.
Tanga Loa now entering the fray of Bloodline War Games. Ooh. Drops an elbow.
And his body has taken a lot of the punishment.
Oh, direct impact to the chest.
Oh, he fights Jay back. I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every Bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the Bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, his time as the Tribal Chief may come sooner than anyone thinks.
Big power slam. Stop to the belly.
Flat out power into the scoop slam. Ooh. If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Tanga Loa is just
Blast off. No, he paid for that high risk. He just got sent flying into the opposite ring.
Here's the buzzer, and Jimmy Uso is looking for revenge against the new Bloodline in War Games.
Under the apron now, looking to step the odds even higher in their team's favor here. Ooh. Ooh. And Zayn looked rocked. If he's got a strategy, you might want to think about tapping into it. Got to be a bit tougher.
Top rope.
Numbers advantage or not, he's leaving nothing to chance as he searches under the apron.
The high risk just resulted in a big splat, sending right smack into no man's land.
Oh, strong impact. Meanwhile, we have Sami Zayn.
Is Zayn closing this out? Man, a right forearm on point.
Old bloodline, new bloodline, both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with
Soaring.
Some good contact by Jey Uso.
On point.
Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, is
Top rope. Uso splash.
Is that all she wrote for Tanga Loa?
in seconds left before the odds are evened here. Back in the net, getting worked over. He's headed up high. From the top.
Tonga looking to get wild inside War Games alongside his bloodline. Looking for a belly-to-back suplex into the neck breaker. Beautiful.
Hey, guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading their biggest shots in one of the most dangerous environments in all of WWE.
OG bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new Tribal Chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight. Uso splash. Jey can seal it here.
Look at this, just unreal.
Showing no regard for his opponent's well-being. Using him like a hammer saw to break the table in half.
Really holding nothing back. Looking to do lasting damage.
We've got a numbers advantage incoming as the countdown is about to run out. Climbing up the War Games steel structure. Better be careful.
Uso.
And now Jimmy Uso.
And that can vanquish Tommy.
The WWE Universe has come alive in this one.
Yeah, Uso.
What impact.
Will Jey end this? Things are to make sure of that. On now. Is it not enough that they're already coming in with an advantage here? Is this really necessary?
He's carrying.